So you're a new driver, or the parent of one, in Stoney Creek. You know that choosing a driving school is a big deal. It's not just about passing a test, right? It's about really learning how to handle some of the trickiest roads around. So how do you make sure you're picking the right one for a lifetime of safe driving? Let's get into it. First things first, if you just passed your G1 written test, seriously, congratulations. That is a huge first step on your journey to getting your license. You've studied the rulebook, and you know the theory. But let's be real. Knowing the rules is one thing. The real test, that's when you're trying to merge onto a slushy QEE at 5 o'clock on a January evening with transport trucks barreling down on you. That takes a whole different kind of skill and a whole lot of confidence. And that's the whole point. This isn't just about surviving a 15-minute road test. It's about building the skills to actually thrive on the roads you'll be driving every single day, no matter what the weather throws at you. I mean, just think about the specific challenges we have here. You've got those high-speed, high-stress merges onto the QEW and the Red Hill. You're navigating the chaos of multi-lane roads like Rymal and King. And of course, you're dealing with our wonderful Ontario winters where black ice can pop up out of nowhere thanks to that lake effect snow. Your average basic curriculum might not cut it. So, knowing all that, how do you even begin to evaluate a driving school? Well, let's put together a little checklist, a set of must-haves that you can use to judge any school and see if they're really preparing you for the real world. Okay, so here are the 6 things that absolutely have to be on your list. And it goes way beyond just being MTO approved. We're talking about the quality of the instructors themselves. How relevant is the training to our local roads? Are they using modern tech to help you practice? And, this is a big one, do they have a safety record that insurance companies actually recognize with better discounts? This is all about making an investment in safety, not just grabbing the cheapest option. All right, with that checklist in hand, let's put a well-known school under the microscope. We're going to take a look at young drivers and see how their approach stacks up against our criteria. At the heart of their whole program is something they call the collision-free approach. And you can tell from the name, this isn't just about passing the test. It's a full-on defensive driving system. It's designed to build these habits that help you see and react to a problem before it turns into a full-blown emergency. It's all about being proactive, not reactive. And this is where you really start to see the difference. They teach skills you just won't find in a standard course. Things like evasive maneuvers, how to actually brake and swerve properly to avoid hitting something. They teach you how to do a shoulder recovery if your tires slip off the pavement. And, so important for us, they have a dedicated, specialized course just for winter driving. Okay, let's switch gears for a second and talk about maybe the single biggest, most overlooked problem in driver training. And it's all about what happens in between your lessons. It has a name, the practice gap. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's the massive difference between the amount of practice experts say you need and what most new drivers actually get. Because just driving around with a parent isn't enough if you're not practicing the right things in the right way. So what's the magic number? Well, experts recommend about 120 hours of supervised driving before a new driver is ready for their road test. Yeah, 120. But here's the reality, and it's kind of shocking. Most new drivers walk into their G2 test with fewer than 20 hours behind the wheel. That massive gap, that's where bad habits get baked in, and confidence just never develops. So how do you fix that? Well, this is where technology can make a huge difference. An app like the Driver's Coach basically turns that random driving time into structured, deliberate practice. It gives you checklists for specific skills, like highway merges. It's got little video lessons you can review, and it gives parents a way to track progress so they can give better feedback. It's a game changer. Okay, so we've looked at the philosophy and the tools. Now for the main event. Let's do a direct head-to-head comparison and see how this all stacks up against other local driving schools. This chart pretty much says it all. Now, yeah, the first thing your eyes go to is the price difference, I get it. But look closer at what you're actually getting. Those critical scales like evasive maneuvers, the practice app, that specialized winter course, those are exclusive. The other schools are going to give you a solid MTO-approved course, absolutely, but they don't include these life-saving extras. And by the way, those extras are what lead to bigger exclusive insurance savings that help close that price gap over time. And that really brings us to the final and, I think, most important decision. It's not really about price versus price. It's something much bigger. It's about price versus peace of mind. When you boil it all down, you're looking at 2 different mindsets. The cheaper option focuses on one thing, passing the test. The safer investment focuses on something completely different, lifelong collision avoidance. One gives you a standard curriculum, the other gives you exclusive life-saving training. One leaves all that crucial practice time up to you, the other gives you the tools to make it count. And that really is the bottom line. The goal isn't to find the cheapest school, it's to find the one that builds real, unshakable confidence. The kind of confidence a new driver needs to handle literally any situation Stoney Creek's roads can throw at them for the rest of their life. So, I'll just leave you with this to think about. When it's you or your kid out on that road alone, what's the true value of knowing they have the confidence to handle whatever comes next?